Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to create a policy in Datto RMM. Creating a policy in Datto RMM involves setting specific roles and configuration for managing and automating tasks within your network of devices. Policies can help automate routine tasks, enforce security practices, and manage system health. So first is you need to log into your Datto RMM. Then go to Policies and choose Patch Management. In this window, you will see all the created policies. You can see what type of policy, last deployed, the date created, and who created the policy. By creating a policy, you need to click Create Policy. When creating a policy in Datto RMM, understanding each setting and configuration option is crucial for ensuring that your policy is set up to meet your needs. Below, I'll explain the meaning of common terms you might encounter while creating policies in Datto RMM. So first is the name. You need to enter a name here. Give your policy a descriptive name, for example, Windows Update Checker. And then on the description, you need to add an optional description for context. For example, checks for Windows updates and alert if pending. Next is the scope. Scope refers to the range of devices or device group that the policy will apply to. This can be a specific group, a set of devices based on a condition, or all devices. In some cases, the scope can be limited to a certain device type or configuration. Next is type. Type can refer to the category of classification of the policy. In Datto RMM, policies are often categorized based on their function, such as monitoring, automation, maintenance, and etc. Understanding the type helps you determine the policy's role and what is the use in the future. So once you click this drop-down arrow, you can see the type of policy. You can just choose either agent, endpoint security, ESXi, maintenance, monitoring, patch management, software management, or Windows Update. Next is the schedule. Schedule specifies when the policy should be executed. This can include specific dates, time, or irregular intervals. Scheduling allows you to monitor or control when the policy runs, helping to maximize impact during business hours or peak times. Next is recurrence. Recurrence determines how often the policy should run. This can be daily, weekly, monthly, or at a specific intervals. Recurrence is crucial for ongoing policies like monitoring system health or running regular maintenance tasks. So once you click this drop-down arrow, it will show an option. First is at selected date and time, daily, weekly, monthly day of the week. And then next is start date and executive time. Start date indicates when the policy should begin execution. This can be immediate or set to start at a future date. Execution time specify the exact time for policy should run. This can help ensure that the tasks are performed outside of business hours to avoid disruption. Next is install for updates. Install update for indicates the type of updates to be applied. You can either choose 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and so on and so forth. Next is monitoring window. Monitoring maintenance window is a predefined period during which monitoring or maintenance tasks are allowed to occur. This ensures that these activities do not interface with regular operations. Policies scheduled outside this window are postponed or ignored. Next is the power. Power refers to the state of the device when the policy is executed. Some policies may require the device to be powered on, while others might have option for waking a device or performing action when it's in standby. So there's an option here which is shut down, restart, do not restart, or you can just tick this box if you choose that device should be wake for the scheduled update. Next is the approval. Approval can refer to whether the policy requires manual approval before execution. This is specifically useful for policies that have significant impacts, like installing updates or running scripts. First is manual approval. Manual approval indicates that a policy cannot execute without explicit approval from an authorized user. This ensures that a responsible party reviews the policy's action before it's carried out. So next is the target. Targets are the devices or group to which the policy applies. This can be defined by a device group, device type, or custom condition. Properly defining targets ensure that policies affect the intended system. Next is enable and disable. Enable and disable determine whether a policy is active or inactive. An enabled policy will run based on its schedule and condition, while a disabled policy will not execute until it's re-enabled. Use these settings to control when policies are active. Then right after that, you can just simply save and display now, or save and display later. These are the terms to cover, and these are the core components of creating policies in Dato RMM. By understanding each concept, you can design effective policies and automate tasks, maintain system health, and ensure compliance with organizational requirements. Thank you.